Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of my Summoners War Beginners Guide series. We're starting scratch. We're starting from scratch in the beginning, and we're gonna see how far we can go into the game. Now, experience-wise, I do have two maxed out accounts, and I would say I'm kind of experienced at the game. I know how to beat Giants B10. I know how to do how to pass early and probably mid game. So this series is just gonna show me um, and what I would do and my progress on a new account. So I hope you guys keep along and follow the series. This will be my first video on YouTube, so applause to me. Thank you very much. I'm really excited, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, especially interacting with other summoners and also joining the YouTube community of Summoners War. I think it's really important because not a lot of creators make a lot of Summoners War content. The volume of the search engine's pretty low, so for beginners, let's go ahead and teach a little bit about the game. So as you can see there, the green arrow on top of a opponent means that you are stronger against that specific opponent. For example, the fairy is water, so that means it will be strong against any monster of the fire attribute. Same goes for wind against water. As you can see here, wind is strong against water, water is strong against fire. It's a loop. And there are two elements that are very rare that are light and dark. Those are powerful against each other and neutral against all the natural elements like wind, water, and fire. This is a rune. If you can see, this is probably the most important part of the game that a lot of players don't grasp as soon as they start playing. So the sooner you know this, the better. So basically, runes are the game. You need runes to get through anything. So as you can see, I put that one rune on and it gave us 6 attack power. Okay, and if you go to the fairy, you look at her skills. The reason why that attack power is important is obviously to do more damage, but at the same time, certain skills rely on attributes. For example, the heal of the fairy is based on attack. So the more attack the fairy has, the more heals she's going to do, although she's an HP type. Does that make sense? I'll go more in depth later on. So, yeah, as you can see, attacks the enemy 3 times, attack proportionate to the attack power. Skill ups are very important as well because it happens when you feed a monster of the same category or same family. For example, if you feed a fairy to a fairy, whichever fairy you're giving that fairy to will get a skill up. So here we go. This is a perfect example. We just got a fairy, right? It's a 2-star monster. Let's see what happens when we give the water one the wind one. Because it will upgrade the skill. So it'll be like Aqua Hurricane or Aqua Hurricane skill level up. So if we go to the skill harmful effect rate plus 5%, which is really important because now if you read the skill, it's not a 20% chance to freeze, it's now a 25%. So this is the rune 2 set is HP plus 15%, which means you need 2 of those runes that we equipped on the fairy on different slots to create the 15% extra HP. So let me show you an example. Right here, we're playing the second stage, I'm pretty sure. So that means if you go on your monster's runes and you go to the numbered of slots, it'll show 1, 2, 3, 4. And you also have stages that say 1, 2, 3, 4. So whichever rune you need in those stages will ultimately they will give you that in that stage. And when you go against the boss, it'll give you through 1 through 6. So it's completely random. And so yeah, level 2, very important. And you might be wondering why I didn't collect the rewards or challenges in the beginning of the video. That's because I learned from a good old buddy, Schizophrenic Gamer. He does a lot of Summoners War content. You probably heard of him if you're playing this game or on YouTube looking at this game. So here's a perfect example. You know what I mean? So that's a good example. Right now we have the energy set, so my fairy has 2%, 15% extra HP. So back to the schizophrenic gamer guy. It's really important. What was I talking about? Dude, I have so much on my mind, I don't even know what I talked about. But, okay, so as you can see here, we're going to town. We're doing work. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. So as you can see, the reason why I didn't collect my challenges was because you get XP, and XP helps you level up. And every time you level up, it refills your energy in the bottom left or top right now, as you can see, which refills over time. So you're being inefficient by collecting and gaining the XP, so you'll lose energy ultimately. That's what that means. Now, me being OCD, I just have to collect the dailies, because if I don't collect the daily rewards, I don't know what to do with my life. So as you can see, those two people, the settings, they basically explain what they do. This is really important. You want to lock every monster that you are going to keep or you have a purpose for. For example, the fairy is my main monster right now, so I'm gonna lock her. And the reason I lock her, or what it does, is it basically keeps you from powering up a monster with the fairy. So it unallows you to get rid of her accidentally, which a lot of players actually do, especially early game, and they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, in the beginning of the game, what you want to try and do at least, is you want to progress through the scenario as fast as you can. So you're gonna want to complete Garen Forest, which is what we're on right now. We're gonna want to complete Mount Sis, which is the next, and we're gonna want to complete Kabir Runes. After we're completing Kabir Runes, we're gonna unlock the Kairos dungeon. My next few videos will go more in depth about this, and we'll take you along for the ride. So what I like to do, or my ideas, sorry, for the YouTube series is that you're not gonna miss a single thing that I do. Everything I will do will be recorded, and I'm talking everything. So after we're done with Garen, we're gonna go to Mount Sis, and you're gonna see every stage of Mount Sis and what I do between those stages. Because a lot of YouTubers, believe it or not, they cut through a lot of important things. Like a lot of beginner guides, the first episode they finished Garen Forest. The second episode, they're already done with the whole scenario. They got their light and dark scroll. They have 4-star monsters. Like it's very not teaching, and I think I want this series to teach as we go along, and just to entertain. Because honestly, I think it's really interesting seeing what I can do starting from scratch, and like how different each account is, because this is going to be free to play, by the way. There's no money that's going to go into this account, so I won't spend money on packs or anything. Everything will be fusible. Obviously, if I get a 5-star, I'm going to use that. You know, that would kind of be dumb not to. So right now we're just trying to zoom through the scenario and get to Kabir runes, where we can get basically the 3 main rune types that we're going to be using. Obviously, Swift is very important, and later on I'll teach you guys about what they do and how important. Sorry, oh my god, I'm yawning. How important they are. So let me explain. So in every area, for example, right now we're in Garen Forest. Garen Forest specializes in energy runes, so we're only going to get energy runes from these stages. Also, a few tricks, that I learned. You're gonna want to predetermine what monsters to keep when you summon them. For example, 2-star, 1-star monsters. If you summon a scroll and you get a pixie or something like that, you want to make sure you keep those, because they are useful later on. I will show you guys later on why that's important. So right now we're just trying to finish Garen Forest, trying to move on out of here, trying to fight the boss. I think this is the last stage before the boss, and then we're gonna fight the boss. So I don't think this is the boss. This is the boss. So this is the boss. Okay, I was wrong. So this is the boss. It's an Inugami, and you can get him from the scenario if you're lucky. There's obviously a low chance of you getting one, but if you do, then there's a free 3-star, so that's great. Um, so yeah, that's awesome. So as you can see, beat them, and we didn't even put any runes on our guys. So that's awesome. And we got a 3-star rune. This is actually really good, especially early game, because 3-star runes are super amazing. They could honestly last you a long time. So let's see here. So we finished Garen Forest, and now we're gonna be moving on to Mount Sis, and we're gonna start putting rune sets on our monsters. But right now we unlocked the arena. So let's summon the Unknown Scroll, see what we get. Another another horned frog. Okay, that's not horrible. Could be worse. So now we're in the arena, and the arena is the main purpose of the game, is to see how high you can go in the rankings. And the whole purpose of the game is to build a Giants team, which if you're brand new to the game, you know what I mean, or if you're just here for entertainment, it depends. So if you're brand new to the game, Giants is the heart of the goal of an early game player, and then the end game goal is to reach #1 ranking in the arena standings. So right now we unlock the arena. Let's see if we have any challenges. Okay, let's just go to the arena. And these are rivals. You're gonna want to make sure you fight your rivals whenever they're available. So after I beat this guy, he's gonna give me crystals and glory points, which are very important, especially early game and for free-to-play players. So the crystals are used for energy refills, but if you're a casual player, I would suggest just summoning, you know what I mean? Just have a good time with your crystals or use them for whatever you want. I think energy refills are not the best value, especially at this stage of the game, because you refill your energy, yes, but you're only getting 20 energy. Versus late game, they spend 30 crystals, they get 90 energy. You know what I mean? You're spending about 1.5 crystals on 1 energy, which is not useful at all. So as you can see, we beat him, we got some crystals, and now he's on a timer. So he'll be back, and he'll be even stronger the next time we fight him, so we need to make sure we can match him. So, we got crystals, and the next time we'll fight him, which will be in I think he refreshes every 4 hours, so every 4 hours we'll be able to fight him, which is actually kind of nice. You get 2 crystals every few hours, and the more rivals you get, or will unlock. So, as you can see here, we got the Light Garuda, which is actually kind of clutch. Light monsters are rare, but you do get some decent amount. So one of the other important things that an early game player doesn't really focus on is the event page. So you want to make sure you participate in every event and do as much as you can. So if you want to add my main channel, or my main account, it's Civils with a Z, and I am a maxed out account, and as you can see, I've done all my challenges, I've done all my events, and what you get is basically rewards for doing things like fighting in the scenario, and ultimately you can get amazing rewards that are great. So you're going to want to make sure to do that as much as you can, because it's really worth it. Events are super helpful, so take advantage of this. So right now we are finished with Garen Forest, and now we're moving on to Mount Sis, where we unlock the Magic Knight.